Yo, what's going on? Barry G. It's been a minute. Been kind of busy. But I'm back and it's time for another video. More stock market investing talk. More investing tips and more financial literacy. Y'all know how we get down. The stock market has been it's been all over the place, these past couple weeks. So many companies IPOing. IPO, for those that don't know, means initial public offering. And that's when a company transitions from being a private company to being publicly traded on the stock market. All right, IPO. A big one that just went public just last week was Coinbase. And I mean, that was pretty huge. It's basically a platform where you can buy and trade cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, I believe I said it right. And all the other cryptos in the crypto world. Myself personally, I haven't invested in any cryptocurrencies yet. To be honest, I don't understand it. I don't fully understand it. And I'm just the type of person that has to fully understand, or at least have a very good idea of the things I'm investing my hard-earned money into. I'm not just finna jump in the crypto space or in Dogecoin or whatever's out there trending because everybody else is doing it. That's one thing about being an investor. You have to have your own strategy, your own plan. I've had a plan that I've been using for the past 3+ years of being an investor, and my portfolio looks good. I'm up. So I'm gonna stick to what I do and what I know. And as I continue to educate myself, then maybe one day I may go ahead and jump into the crypto playing field, basically when the time is right. But yeah, Coinbase was one. Kathy Woods, that was a big one. Kathy Woods, if you don't know who she is, you might want to Google her, do some research on her. But she has what are called the ARK funds. And the ARK funds are all groups of ETFs that she's created that are publicly traded, in the stock market. The new ARK ETF is ARKX, I want to say. Don't quote me though, because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a space ETF. Yeah, I know I've been really big into the space playing field lately, digging in deep. Space is here. We're already going to space. They sending jets and helicopters and space shuttles to space every single day. Y'all see what SpaceX is doing. Eventually, they're trying to start sending more people and tours and tourism, and they want to build resorts and all this other kind of stuff on the moon. And space is, in the next 5 to 10 years, probably less than 10 years, probably about 5 years, people gonna be on space. It's already here, and the best time to get in is now. Everything is still fairly cheap. It's good to get in, get invested, so that when that time does come and that money takes off and those companies take off for real, you good, because you done already invested. But like Boeing, they're a big player in the space industry. Anything that has to do with space, with satellites, with telecommunications, and any of those type of companies, trust me, are going to be big in the space playing field. ChargePoint, that's another good one. ChargePoint, if you haven't already, check out my Instagram. Link in the description box below. I put a post about ChargePoint in my story and on my page probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so ChargePoint is basically in the electric vehicle charging stations, EV. I know y'all probably heard of that term. EV, which stands for electric vehicle. But these are the charging stations, and ChargePoint is one of the company that builds these charging stations. I know y'all probably seen when you go to the mall now, or sometimes when you go into the grocery store, they may have 1 or 2 parking spots designated with the electric vehicle charging stations. The little cooler things that they plug into the cars to charge up the Teslas. So ChargePoint is a company that manufactures those charging stations. And I'm heavily invested in them. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, so one part of Biden's infrastructure bill said that he wants to make sure there are over 500,000 EV charging stations built and placed all over, the U.S. So that's 500,000 charging stations that he wants, everywhere, in every city, every state, by, I believe, 2030 is what, the infrastructure plan says. So just think about that for a minute. Over 500,000 charging stations all over the U.S. Like, and if you get invested now, like, man, y'all don't even understand the profit you're willing to gain here just by using your brain and just thinking. Like, man, okay, we know that gas cars are slowly phasing out. All right, we know that more and more electric vehicles are being manufactured every single day. I believe the state of California has already passed a law saying that after 2025 or 26, I can't remember exactly what year, but to sum it up, they said that they're going to stop the production of gas-powered vehicles. It's only going to be electric or nothing. So you can just imagine, with nothing but electric cars on the street, they got to get charged up somewhere, And just like my dog Wall Street Trapper always say, everybody digging for gold, somebody got to sell the shovels, right? So if everybody driving these electric vehicles and buying electric cars, somebody got to make the charging stations that charges these cars up, right? Because they're not going to be able to run without it. Makes sense? So ChargePoint was a good one that I had researched, and they definitely stuck out to me. Also, I saw that they signed a deal. I can't remember the name of the company, but they're going to install over 7,000 to 8,000 of these charging stations at truck stops all over the U.S. too. So it's like these charging stations are slowly about to replace gas stations. Like, yeah, first you're gonna start seeing charging stations at the gas stations. Then slowly they're just gonna do away with gas stations altogether. That may be a little further down the road, but I'm invested now in these charging stations because I already know what's gonna happen. Like, I know this finna take off. Another REIT stock that I've been investing in heavy is Realty. Realty. That's another good one. If you haven't watched my video on REITs, you need to go back and watch that so you can, get caught up to what I'm talking about. But just a quick breakdown. A REIT, which means a real estate investment trust. So with the REIT, it's basically giving you exposure to real estate. These are real estate stocks. You following me? It's a real estate stock that you can own. So you're basically owning real estate. It can be commercial or residential or industrial. But it's a real estate stock that you own that you don't have to do no labor into. You don't have to go in there and rehab, paint no walls, scrape no floors, put in no toilets, cabinets, sinks. You don't have to find tenants. You don't have to go and do inspections and service calls and all this other. You're just owning real estate. You're getting your feet wet in the real estate game. It's more than one way to get into real estate. And REITs and investing in the stock market is one way. So Realty owns a lot of the buildings and facilities that we visit every single day, every single week, or drive by every day or every week. Some of your favorite stores like Walgreens, CVS, Planet Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, I believe, LA Fit, one of them, Lifetime Fitness, Regal Cinemas, AMC's, 7-Eleven. Like, all of these places have to pay rent to O Realty every month. Like, all these companies, they pay rent to O Realty to use the buildings that they're operating in. So like you got your neighborhood Walgreens down the street from you. Well, they got to pay rent every month to O Realty. So that's crazy when you think about it, right? So you can actually own the building that Walgreens pays rent to. So in actuality, Walgreens will be paying rent to you because you're a part owner of that building now. And another dope thing about investing in the stock market is you could own Walgreens and you could own a building that Walgreens pay rent to. So you making money here and here. Like, that's like a double whammy. So yeah, I've been invested in O Realty a lot lately, mainly because of the dividends. And again, I say if you haven't watched my old video on REITs and dividends, you need to go back and watch that ASAP. All right, a quick breakdown of a dividend. A dividend is basically a reward payment. It's a thank you payment just for investing in this company. So say you go and buy a share of Walgreens. You invest in Walgreens. Walgreens is going to give you a payment every month, whether it be monthly, it might be quarterly, it might be annually. But they're going to pay you basically just because you're owning Walgreens now. So it has nothing to do with the stock and the money you put in for your share of Walgreens. Like, okay, your share of Walgreens is right here. That's going to slowly keep growing as Walgreens, as the business keeps growing. But over here, you got your dividend payment that Walgreens is going to pay you just for investing in them. So you investing in them and they paying you over here. Plus your money's growing over here. Yo, check out the videos on dividends, REITs and dividends. Let me know what y'all think. Put them comments below. I recently just created a TikTok account. I always thought TikTok was like a thing for kids. Like, I would see my daughters on it and I would see little kids doing the TikTok dances, and I don't even know how to do it. But yeah, I always thought it was for kids. But I was talking to my wife because she has a TikTok and she's real educated on this type of stuff. And she just kept saying, Barry, you need to create a TikTok. You need to create a TikTok. They got a whole space on here where they're teaching, they got investing, they got stocks, they got that. And mind you, she had been telling me for a while, but I just kind of putting it off like, you know, I do it, or, you know, I'll get to it later. But she started showing me some videos, and she was just showing me how the views was just growing. I'm like off of TikTok, and I'm seeing how people just being creative, making little short stories and videos. So I was like, all right, I'm finna try this out. So I done created a TikTok. I'm on there. I need y'all to follow me on there as well. Same name as my Instagram, Twitter, and all that. BarryG_II. You can find me on TikTok. I'm gonna be posting a lot of stock market tips and stock market educational advice on there as well. Shout out to you, baby, for putting me on game to that. If you're not already investing, make sure you start investing. The time is now. Get invested. The main goal with investing is to build wealth. Simply put, that's all you want to do. You want to build wealth for yourself and for your family. And we do that by putting our money in the stock market. Your money's not going to grow sitting in a bank account. It's not going to grow sitting under your mattress. It's not going to grow sitting in a shoebox. It's not going to grow in a savings account. You have to put those dollars to work every single day. Just like how you get up and you go to your job and you clock in and you go to work every day, you have to treat your money the same way. You have to make your money get up and take their ass to work every day. That's how they generate and bring back more money and more income for you. You know, investing is you having another stream of income. That's basically what it is. You sending those dollars out to work, and they're coming back and multiplying, and they're doubling and tripling. It's like your dollars are recruiters, and they go out and work, and they bring more employees back. That's how you have to look at investing. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. I'm gonna have another video coming real soon. Make sure you check out all my social media handles. I'm gonna have them all in the description below. If you haven't already, grab my ebook, Own Your Piece of the Pie, How to Get Started Investing in the Stock Market. I had a link for that below too, so you can check that out as well. Y'all be safe. Stay blessed. Love you.